Hello, citizens, and welcome back. There's only one topic in the world of football at the moment, and that is Manchester City. Little old City, the noisy neighbours. We're living rent-free in everyone's head at the moment. And of course, we've been charged for over 100 rule breaches by the Premier League for financial fair play. And Pep's been talking on the subject ahead of the game against Aston Villa. So make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well, and let's jump into it. Now, of course, Pep came out and he's defended the club, and rightly so, because as he mentioned, we've already been condemned by most of the world, if not the whole world at the moment. It's hard to see anyone else saying that we're innocent because all I see on TalkSport, on SkySports, all the other fan channels, it doesn't matter where, everyone has already condemned us. Everyone already called us cheats. And of course, that's just the world we live in at the moment. They don't want to see us succeed. It does feel like City against the world. It's definitely City against the Premier League, and it's definitely City against UEFA. These big-time elite clubs, these big organisations, they don't like the fact that little old City can come out of nowhere and take control. They just don't like it, do they? And Pep's come out and said the club, we'll prove that we're innocent. He's completely behind the club, and that the CEO and chairman has explained everything to him. And you got to think to yourself, if Pep's saying that and he's confident of that, the players would have had that told to them as well. The club are quite confident, like they were with the UEFA punishment. Everyone goes on about the time barring with UEFA as well. But of course, most of the charges by UEFA were proven to be not proven, by the independent commission. People ignore that fact. They just say, oh, it was time barred. But it wasn't. Most of that was disproven. And that bits and pieces that were time barred, it meant nothing anyway. So of course we proved ourselves innocent of that, but still people want to ignore it. And when it comes to the Premier League charges, I think that's what mostly people are going to focus on. They're going to say City are guilty no matter what, and they're going to try and talk down our achievements over the years. Well, I believe in the club. I believe in the chairman. I always have. They've always been honest with us from day one when taking over. And day one, when they took over, if you remember, Carl Doon said in his first season interview, he said they're going to hate what City are going to do, but we're going to change football forever and everyone's going to try and copy us. And that's been the case on the pitch, and it's been off the case off the pitch as well. People just don't like seeing us succeed. It's true. And one thing that Guardiola did say as well, he said that we'll accept whatever judgment comes our way. And of course we will, because as fans, we're going to stick by the club. Again, we already get ridiculed. People tell us we have zero fans, which isn't true, because we had massive attendances back in Division 2. We've always had a loyal following. Yes, it may not be as big as other clubs. It may not be as big as United or Liverpool or Real Madrid or teams like that. But who cares, really? You got fans. I've never really understood why people complain about how many fans another team has got. It means nothing. Why are they getting upset about someone else's fans? Get upset that your fans don't go to the games. Get upset that you don't go to your team's matches. I don't care about another team. I don't go on about another team, if they've got 10,000 empty seats in a stadium. It doesn't matter. A fan is a fan, whether you support them from home, in the stadium. And who cares if you've not got a lot? It just means your club's bigger. Who gives a damn, really? I don't really mind. Like Pep said, even if we do get relegated, he did joke that we'll call on Paul Dickoff and Mike Summerby, but maybe we will have to. But it seems to me that Pep is confident of this, and even if he's not, and say we do get relegated, it seems like he wants to stay at the club and he's willing to fight there, because he did say a couple of years ago, after the whole thing in the Premier League investigation, he said even if we're in League 2, he'll still be with the club, he'll still be the manager. I believe him when he says that. I don't think he will walk. Many people accuse him of walking, and when things get hard but he's been with us nearly 10 years now. He knows the club better than most people. He definitely knows the club better than all these other fan channels and media outlets that are going on about us being cheats. He knows more about the club than them. And I think he's a proper City fan now, so I think he will stay. And, we could have another Paul Dickoff moment. Maybe we'll get him back out of retirement. Why not? We've had worse players over the years. But the main key point to take away is that Pep is convinced we're innocent. And he did say that until we're proven guilty, we are innocent, of course, because that's the world we live in. And of course, that's the world we should live in. Of course, it's not, because people are already accusing us of being cheats. They're already saying we are. It doesn't really matter. And sometimes talking to football fans is like talking to a brick wall. You can't change a football fan's opinion. So I'm not even going to bother trying. All I will say is that we're we're already guilty in the court of opinion, which hurts. But I'll stick with the club as I've done over the years. There's only one club, and that's the blue team, and I'll be blue forever, like many of you, I'm sure. But yeah, it's been an interesting week, hasn't it? And it has been painful hearing about all the accusations, and the club haven't had a chance to defend themselves against these accusations yet. The Premier League just throw all these charges on us and instantly throw it out into the public without warning, by the way. They didn't warn us beforehand. They didn't give us any, acknowledgement at all. They didn't talk to us about it. They didn't let the club know. They just threw it out there, let everyone know that we're guilty immediately without us having a say. And that's one of the things that the club have always said, that they can't wait to have their moment in court. And they've hired some big lawyers for the occasion. And they're going to have their moment in court, and they're going to prove themselves innocent, and whatever happens, happens. But, they can't take the club away from us, no matter how hard they try. And yes, they are trying to stop us growing. They are trying to stop us expanding. They're trying to stop us growing our brand, because they just can't see how little old City can be this successful without cheating. They just can't see it. When really, football needs to change. Football needs to be about the smaller teams as well. It can't all be about... I tweeted yesterday, and I said in a couple of places yesterday that football used to be David against Goliath. Anything can happen in football. But what these teams are doing, and what these organizations like the Premier League, like UEFA are trying to do, like FIFA are trying to do, they're trying to make it so it's no longer about David versus Goliath, but making sure Goliath wins every single time. And City are very much David still, even though we've won the Premier League throughout the last 5 seasons, even though we've broken records, even though people are copying our football, copying the way we do things behind the scenes as well. Despite the fact that all these big elite clubs are trying to be City, they can't stand it. We're still the David. And other clubs have to realise that we're fighting for, not just for City, this is for everyone. City have done this in the past as well, when we've challenged the authority figure, with the foreign player policy and things like that. We've always challenged the elite clubs because we believe that football should be for everyone. We've always believed that. Going back to the 1900s, when football first started out, it's always been a community-driven club. And other fans might not see it, Wolves, Fulham, or Charlton, or teams like that. But if you want to be a big elite club, you have to break the mold, and that's what City are doing. This is for everyone, not just for us. So all these fans accusing us of cheating already without hearing our side of the story, they're hurting their own clubs. They are doing, unless you're a Liverpool United fan, who obviously can't be touched no matter what. Give us a chance, hear our side of things, and just believe in us that we're trying to do things for everyone, and we're trying to improve football bit by bit. And to do that, you have to challenge those in charge. It's the only way to do it. And I'm looking forward to the court, because I can't wait to get this all behind us. Like I said, whatever happens, happens. If we end up getting relegated to some nonsense, sure, fine, whatever. We get fined, fine, whatever. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is that we stick by the club, that we accept our punishment, whatever that is. And if we're proven innocent, it's not going to go away, is it? But we'll keep on fighting, we'll keep supporting. And we now know who our friends are and who our enemies are. We definitely know never to trust these organizations, and you shouldn't. You really shouldn't trust them anyway, because it's all about money, of course. We've known that for a long time about football. But for City, sometimes it's not. Look at the great strides we did with women's football. Look at what we've done with the academy. Look what we've done with Eastlands in general, Manchester in general, the amount of money we've pumped into this city. The hard work we do through the community. Our community program wins awards every single year. United have only just started their women's team a few years ago. We've had ours since the 90s, even earlier. So yeah, it's been a wonderful club. It continues to be a wonderful club. It's the best club in the world for me. And they're just scared. They're a little old City. Maybe just becoming the big dog for once. We're becoming the Goliath, and they just can't stand it. But let's go on. We've got Guardiola, and we've got to support the team on Sunday against Aston Villa. That's the first thing we got to do. Support the team on Sunday. Show this world what we're all about. And yeah. And remember, these fans, by the way, that have been accusing us of cheating without even hearing our side of the story and already condemning us, these are the same fans that cheered for us last season against Liverpool. These are the fans that wanted us to beat Liverpool in that final, to the Premier League title against Villa. the United fans, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, every other fan in the world that wasn't Liverpool wanted City to beat Villa to stop Liverpool winning that league. Just remember that. Just remember that. Fans, eh? Absolutely shocking. Shocking behaviour from everyone. But thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. And yeah, thanks to Pep as well for his words. Because, yeah, we have to stay together on this one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.